Hey guys, Killstokes here. I want to pop in real quick, just show you a trading opportunity that's on my radar, maybe catch some live trading as well. We're here on the dollar Canada. It's been pretty much of a snoozer of a day so far, but we just had news come out for the dollar about a half hour ago at 10 o'clock a.m. and I gave it a little bit of time to let the dust settle. But you can see here on the chart, I'm on an 8 range bar chart, by the way. So maybe a different type of chart than you guys are used to, but it gives me a different perspective on the market. But you can see here on the range bar chart, we just put in a higher high, higher close above our VS1 level. And our VS1 level is this green box right here. This is a visual, kind of visual tool that we use here at Tier 1 Trading to show us key levels of support and resistance. You can see the red ones on the bottom. Now, because we have that higher high, higher close, what I'm anticipating is a continuation in the overall bullish trend. And specifically when it comes to this news, kind of a little bit of a breather, meaning that those who took it down here and made some profit, they're cashing out a little bit, and we're waiting for kind of that second wind, that second wave, and hopefully we get that in the form of a retracement, so the market pulling back. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to see if we can get a pullback. We're going to see if we can get a bullish trading opportunity, so an opportunity to buy, and then a chance to trade it higher. I'll be back. All right, so I'm back a few minutes later. Things moved quick. We got a little bit of a retracement, and then we actually ran up and broke and closed above that new structure high that we achieved. So I put a very aggressive entry here on the breakout. You can see stops right below the previous swing. I'll have to adjust these later, but I just wanted to get them on to show you guys. So we're going to look to measure out targets to the upside, and well, I'll continue on with the recording as this trade progresses, whether it wins or loses. So before we move on, I just want to give you some insight of where I'm looking at for upside targets. I'm going to do two things here. One, I'm going to look for a first target right in this area right here, this little area of consolidation, look left. And the second target is going to be a little bit higher at the highs, or right below the lows, I should say, of this upper VS1 level. And I'm going to get some confluence there by bringing out my Fibonacci extension tool. And I'm going to drag it from my swing low right here of this last move to my swing high and back down. You're going to see I get some Fibonacci confluence right at that zone, about 131.21. So making a very nice target one area, about what, 30 pips or so away from where I'm currently at. And again, this is a day trade, so we're only looking for kind of small moves, or I guess I should say 30 pips is a rather large move for a day trade. The secondary target's going to be up at about 131.50s, again the lower edge of this VS1 level up here. Pretty cool. For you guys that are new, I stopped day trading during COVID, so it's been a few years, so I'm not actively looking at the range bar charts or the lower time frames aside from the live trading rooms, but had some time today. I was watching some old videos from my mentor, Jason Stapleton. I talked to him a little bit about back in our day trading days, and I really did love it. And I kind of miss it because you don't get the same, you hate to say this as a newer trader, but action, or to a new trader, but you don't get the same action as you do on the higher time frame. So thought I'd pop back in, give you guys a video, kind of relive the glory days of my day trading action and see if I still have it. And I would put this recommendation out here. This goes against kind of, what we teach about, consistency and your rules and your time frame. I don't have a day trading account anymore, so I just put on the small positions just so I can show you the live numbers right here out of my live account. But in general, you don't want to bounce around between doing one thing or another. You want to be consistent in your approach. This is simply for educational purposes. I'm not looking at this as something that's going to be an everyday thing, just for today's video. Disclaimer, right? All right, see you guys in a little bit. All right, back again another 5 minutes or so later. You can see we're breaking out to the upside here. I'm going with a single target just because something came up, so I've got to leave. So I'm not going to be able to be here too much longer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and roll my stops up. You can see that we've created kind of multiple levels of structure. We had our initial pullback here. We had our new structure high right here. We consolidated a little bit. Boom, right here before breaking up. That's going to allow me to reduce my risk even more, get it up here. And the ultimate goal is to really get those stops to break even. If I can get them to break even, that means it's a risk-free trade, and that takes a massive amount of pressure off. Now, at this point in my trading career, there's really no pressure on this. I can care less about wins or losses. I kind of know the game at this point. What bothers me or what makes me excited is consistency, right? Making mistakes bothers me. Consistency and following my plan and whatnot is what excites me. But for a lot of newer traders, until you can get to that point where you have enough experience to kind of make that mental shift, it's really hard to see open position profit and see open position risk, knowing that it can be hit. So the sooner, by your rules, of course, that you can reduce that, it just takes the pressure off and hopefully allows you to stay in the trade and really see it out to its end, instead of kind of bailing and taking profits early due to fear or something like that. So good start to this trade. Looking for the secondary bounce off a news event. I'll stop the tape so this video doesn't become too long, and hopefully the next time I'm here for an update, you can see some targets getting smashed. All right, guys, back for the final part of this trade. You can see one order remains, one has been removed, which means I was stopped out of this position. So a losing day trade here. Now, many of you guys are wondering, why didn't you take targets at the highs, or why didn't you do this or do that? And it's because you want to stick to the plan. And I tell you what, this is a good example of what trading actually looks like, because the goal of trading, especially if you're going to be someone who is a continuation trader, it is you want to let your winners win, meaning you want to maximize your profit on your winning trades, and you want to reduce the risk on your losers as quickly as possible, within a safe range, of course. And this is a good example of, although we didn't win, we were able to reduce risk, which means we kept our losers small. And then there will be winners to come in the future. We want to make sure we don't self-sabotage. We want to let those play out the way they should and allow our winners to win. So a good example of the process of how I day trade. Again, we're looking at process over outcome. So if you're someone that's looking at this and say, hey, this is a worthless video because it lost, you've got the wrong mindset about trading. Hopefully you guys got some tips from that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I put a video out basically every day, whether it's a live stream, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a trading edge video. So tune in. I'd like to do more of this if I can, and if I can stay dedicated to doing it. I got a lot going on. Today just happened to be a slow day. But if you like videos like this, kind of seeing the live execution and whatnot, just let me know, and I'll try to make the habit to at least make the attempt to do it more often. All right, until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. Take care.